everybody, and welcome back once again. It's another edition of Inside the Headset, and we're going to talk to all those coaches this week. But right now it's Tuesday, and I'm with the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors. They are 4-1, and they got a big one on Friday night. The head coach, Will Kriesky. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well.
Well, I didn't get to see the Smyrna game, and I do want to go back. I hate to rewind the tape, but that was your fourth game. I missed it. Talk a little bit about, as you lead up to the game that I filmed, and that was the Rockville Rockets. Talk a little bit about that Smyrna game and then the segue as you move into Rockville and kind of how the things picked up. And I missed a whole week of practice and everything. How'd that go for you?
We went to Smyrna. Didn't play very well. Didn't play our best game. We made a lot of mistakes. Obviously, we had a lot of penalties. Penalties that hurt us big time. And it was like we returned a punt for a touchdown, and we had a clip on that. That really, every time we got a penalty, it kind of hurt our momentum. We'd get a first down, and we had to get called back for a penalty. So then it would be 3rd and long instead of, first down. So we did things all night long.
Did you feel like you ran the ball good, or did they shut that down a little bit?
They were really successful up front. They gave us they created a lot of problems up front.
Okay.
Their big defensive end, is going to committed to Texas A&M. He had a great night. I think he played his best football all year when we played at Smyrna. He did really well. And we made, like I said, we hurt ourselves also, but they created those problems. They did a great job. Their coaching staff did an excellent job scheming us up.
When you got in at halftime, what was you thinking at that point? Where were you in the score at that point?
We were down by 3. They just scored,
so it wasn't out of control.
Yeah, no. We were just down by 3, and we were getting the ball coming out of half. So we felt, like we could do some things. We were excited. We got the ball at half, completed a pass, but then it was called back. So then we threw an incomplete pass, and we were behind the chains a little bit. Drew never really got going, got his momentum in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter he did. And we were able to put some points on the board. And
he was starting to wear them down. The part you needed to happen in the fourth quarter, you needed it to happen in the third quarter, but it didn't.
And so we were getting some momentum, and we were down by 3. Like I said earlier, we returned that punt for a touchdown, and then it was called back.
Yep.
And we would have went up. I felt like if that would have been a positive and we'd have got in, I think, because our kids were just, it was a totally different team. You could feel it on the sidelines once we returned that excitement. And then we got called back. Then we had another penalty and got behind the chains and had to.
So you felt like a little bit, you blew it a little bit there at the end as a coach. You felt like, let that slip away.
Yeah. So we created more problems for ourselves. We helped Smyrna.
Got in the way of yourself.
Now, but give all the credit to Smyrna and staff. I thought the young quarterback came in and played an excellent game. It's 3rd and 4. You're thinking they're going to give it to their big back, get some yards. We banded up, sent the house, and he completed an excellent pass for like a 68-yard pass for a touchdown.
Can't take that away from him.
No, the receiver made a good play. Quarterback made a great play. I thought that quarterback, they said they were going back and forth for the last 3-4 weeks, whether they should play him, whether they should not. We picked the ball off the first series, and then they switched quarterbacks. And he stayed in, and he played an excellent game. And you could just tell the confidence the kids had with him in there.
Well, and then we switched gears. You head into the Rockville week. You kind of knew what you were going up against. They're sitting at 0-4, and you knew what you had up against you. But then you're thrown a wild card. Taylor Yancey's got the flu. He's not able to go. You said, all right, we're going to put Jamison, Holcomb in there. Kick bust 198 in passing. Comes away with a 42-0 win. Got to be pleased with his performance.
Yeah, Jamison played well. He's just a football player. That's what we expected out of him. We expected him to do that. And the other guys around him stepped up. CJ caught a long pass. CJ Johnson.
Yep.
He played tremendously well. And CJ not only caught a long touchdown, he had a pick on defense. He played well.
Jumped that hot pass.
Yes, he did. And, some of the other guys were frustrated because they didn't play as much as they usually do on Fridays. But it was the opportunity to get other guys in and get other experience.
You did a smart thing there. You've got your quarterback, Jamison. He needs Holcomb. He needs reps with those starters in case. Nothing against Taylor, but, if you're a team player, I'm Taylor Yancey. Yeah, I want him to have those reps because I'm a Riverdale Warrior. I'm not a Taylor. You got to be team-oriented in the beginning.
And that's what I was proud of most of this team is that they're really unselfish. It doesn't matter if CJ's catching the ball, Zalen's catching the ball, or Drew's running the ball. They're all just as long as we're doing and moving forward as a team, everybody's satisfied.
Got the win. Now you've had 2 good days of practice. I got to watch this one finish up. It was good ending there. You got one more good day of practice. You do a walkthrough on Thursday, backyard brawl. Everybody and their mother, brother will be here Friday night. We won't get out of here till midnight because there's only one way in and one way out of the parking lot. But you've looked at the film, and you know what you got to do. What's one of the things you feel like, just besides controlling the penalties and just keeping the ball, what's one of the things you've just got to do come Friday?
We got to be able to block them up front. I think they're big and physical. I think their defense is really good. They fly to the football. They attack downhill. Connor Mitchell's an unbelievable football player. He may be one of the best linebackers in our region, and he's just a football player. He's going to hit you in the mouth. So we got to do a good job blocking. We got to sustain our block. We got to be able to create holes, and Drew's got to do a good job lowering his shoulder and running the football well. And Taylor's got to command the offense, and he's got to make good plays. He's got to make good decisions, throw the ball well, and give it to Drew when he needs to give it to Drew, and CJ and Zaylin and DJ and Alex. They get when the ball's thrown to them, we got to catch. We can't make mistakes. We cannot hurt ourselves Friday night.
Judging by what you're saying, then you're just looking at it as Thursday night when you walk off the field here after your pregame and everything. You're going to close the book and say just about, guys, I'll call it Friday night, but it's going to be in your hands. I mean, this is your team, and I'm going to put it in your hands. I'm going to get out of the way and see if you can't, because after all, you're the ones going to be blocking and tackling and running on the field.
Yeah, like you said, you just called it the backyard brawl. I mean, it's going to be a slugfest like that,
I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game.
No.
I think it'll be between the 20s.
Yeah, and they're going to be. Their kids are excited. They love playing us. They had some things not fortunate happen to them early on. They played a close game with Ravenwood, and they played a real close game with Alcoa. Got banged up and let one slip through them with Independence.
And maybe it wasn't as, maybe they come out of the locker room and wasn't prepared for that Independence high pace. And even if you go over to Siegel, back when Wyatt was running that, that quickie on and off. I mean, shoot, as a camera person, you never shut the record button off because they were lining up so fast. And if you're not ready for that, well, it'll burn you and run you out. You got to learn to slow the game down, don't you?
Yeah, and they had some key people that had some injuries,
Okay.
And then they had to play some other people that, that hadn't got a whole lot of action on Friday nights. But you saw them regroup between the Coffees and the Warrens, and they're going to be ready to play.
Yep.
I mean, they are going to be ready to play.
You won't have to tell them what time the game is.
No, they'll be here. They'll be ready to go. They'll be foaming at the mouth, our kids. So it's going to be a good little rivalry, and it's got a lot on the line Friday night.
Do you feel like special teams are pretty much even?
Yeah, I think so.
I
think they got a really good kicker. Their
Yep.
kicker is excellent. But like you said, their kids fly down the field. Our kids fly down the field. So it's going to be a battle.
Anything else? Your fans have been great. You've built the Kriesky, the format, what you wanted, the template. It's now yours and everything. I thought Friday night was great atmosphere.
It was unbelievable.
Rockville was packed on the other side. It'll be packed here this Friday night. Yeah. We go back 2016, you didn't have that many home games here to pick from, and now you've had a little. It's good to be. Of course, next year you'll have to travel. Yeah. That kind of comes with it when you do a contract like this. But it's been good to have a good string of good games at home and to play at home, hasn't it?
Yes, it is. We're excited. And our administration does a good job of setting up the game day on Friday. We're really pleased with what they do, and they're all in for us and help us out. And like you said, the Riverdale community comes out, shows out, and they're loud and proud. And our student body, I mean, they don't miss a game. So
they don't miss a game. Ladies and gentlemen, right here, Friday night, and I'm telling you, you're going to have to get here early if you're going to see it. But if not, Stork Vision will be broadcasting. They got a bunch of other media rolling, but come on, you know where to tune in. Friday night, right here at Tomahawk Stadium, 7 o'clock, the Backyard Brawl, Blackman and Riverdale. We'll be there.